Honestly, if you are an American woman who appreciates not having to ask your father or husband for permission to manage your own finances, property, health, you owe a gigantic debt to the notorious RBG.
This is ESPN's Rachel Nichols.
She was only the second woman ever appointed to the court and was already a legend when she arrived in the fight for gender equality.
The WNBA recognized with a lovely video tribute before its playoff game last night.
Speaking on the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
So it was surprising then, and disappointing, frankly, when the NBA chose not to do the same.
Not very long ago, the only way to distinguish the justices, at least in appearance, was to separate the bearded from the close-shaven.
If you are a league that holds equality as a core value, and I know for sure that this league does, the icons of that equality can't just be those who helped the men that we all see on TV, but those who paved the way for the women who work right alongside them. After all, the NBA is significantly stronger because of all the women who work in and around it. And we are all significantly stronger because a young lawyer dedicated her life to allowing us to have those opportunities. So thank you, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I don't know how much basketball you watched, but I know you had a hand in making our game better. And I know you will be missed.
It's hard to argue against Nichols' monologue on the importance of RBG. After all, she was a trailblazer. She empowered women everywhere. As Nichols outlines, women work in the NBA on front offices, training staffs, and coaching staffs. Heck, Becky Hammon just 6 years ago became the first female assistant coach in any of the 4 major sports in this country. The following preseason, she became the first woman to head coach an NBA Summer League team. When the Milwaukee Bucks had an opening, they called her. The first time a woman ever interviewed for a head coaching role in the NBA. NBA Hall of Famer Pau Gasol wrote on the Players Tribune, "I hope the NBA will never feel satisfied with being forward-thinking for a sports league. Let's strive to be forward-thinking for an industry of any kind. I'm so encouraged to see this league take the lead on so many important issues." And he mentioned Black Lives Matter, Kevin Love, and DeMar DeRozan's mental health, the commissioner at Pride Parades. His focus is on Hammon and how great of a coach she is, while also making it clear. Do you think Greg Popovich, arguably the best ever, would hire just anybody? Of course not. With RBG, she saw the struggles of being a woman firsthand and set out to change this for the better. She was one of only 9 women at Harvard Law School in 1956. Ginsburg and her female classmates were asked by the dean why they were occupying seats that would otherwise be filled by men. When she was recommended by the dean at Harvard Law to clerk for Justice Felix Frankfurter of the Supreme Court in 1960, Frankfurter rejected her, saying he wasn't ready to hire a woman. Ginsburg won 5 landmark cases on gender equality in the U.S. Supreme Court based on the protections of the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. At the time that the 14th Amendment was enacted, women could not own property or vote and were considered their husbands' property. She helped protect women against getting fired or not considered for a job because they're pregnant or plan to be pregnant. She fought for the handy-capable. In the Olmstead versus LC case, individuals with mental disabilities have the right to community-based housing under the Americans with Disabilities Act. As Nichols pointed out in the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, Ginsburg argued women should be allowed to apply for bank accounts, credit cards, and mortgages without a male cosigner. Plus, women could receive equal military housing allowances as men. And here's the thing. She fought for men too. Equality is equality, right? She represented Charles Moritz, an unmarried man who cared for his mother and claimed a tax deduction. The IRS denied him. She challenged this and won. The Court of Appeals ruled the IRS had violated the Equal Protection Clause of the U.S. Constitution. The IRS code was amended to allow individuals to claim caregiving deductions regardless of sex. And even in Virginia versus the United States of America, she led the court to strike down Virginia Military Institute's male-only admissions policy as a violation of the 14th Amendment. A law or official policy that denies to women simply because they are women equal opportunity to aspire, achieve, participate in, and contribute to society based upon what they can do is invalid, she said. This was a hero to many, a trailblazer, an icon. The women of the NBA were unfortunately let down as the league placed RBG's legacy in a box, the WNBA's box. Her passing occurred on Friday. Games were played on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It was an opportunity missed, in my opinion, for a league as progressive as the NBA, which showed in the end there is still room to grow.